Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about LARPing. I want to talk about it in a more general sense, more like what I mean by LARPing. What I mean by that is like people trying to act very nonchalant online or acting someone they aren't and therefore becoming friends with people like a persona they're trying to put on and not people like themselves. And they end up hating their own life. Which I think happens to too many people, because too many people spend their whole life trying to appeal to another person, when really you should be trying to appeal to yourself. I think LARPing's okay to a point. Like, I don't give a fuck if you post up in front of someone's, like, Ferrari or something, claiming it's yours. But it gets to a point. When it gets self-destructive, the LARPing has reached its limit. That's what I think. People spend their whole life trying to appeal to a girl who's never going to like them. Trying to appeal to a dude who's never going to like them. But it's never going to get you anywhere. Trying to appeal to a fan base who's never going to like them. Or they might. You might think they like you. But you're putting on a persona in the first place. So do they really like you, or do they like the persona you're putting on? You're never going to find your people if you keep hiding behind a shell of nonchalance. And I don't know if you can consider that LARPing, but I don't know. I take it as somebody acting outside of their own true values, acting nonchalant or, acting like they're a gangster or something when they're not. I think LARPing is ruining not only the music scene, which I'm a part of, but the world around me. I think people LARP to a point where it's like, say within the music scene, it's like, this dude wears this, and that, that's the swag that people within your niche like. Don't wear the same thing, bro. Just wear, like, that's your niche. You should be able to come up with something that you think would look good within it, Then are you truly an artist? You're not pushing out your own art. You're pushing out someone else's art. You're constantly LARPing, you're cloning. Like half the underground right now. But that's a tangent. Like, that means nothing. If people are making music similar to each other, I couldn't care. That's been happening since the dawn of time, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure Playboy Carti wouldn't sound the way he does if it wasn't for the Beatles, low-key. So, music's kind of a different story, but I mean more so an image within music. Those are the sort of people, like, you feel like you gotta, you're looking at your story post, you're like, shit, how many exclamation marks do I add here? How much of my face do I show in this image? You're snapping back a girl and you're like, oh, shit, she sent half her face. I'm gonna send half my face. Fuck that shit. That's why I will never do that shit. Because, I don't know, I think that shit's so lame. You're just performing all day, all night, especially with snapping someone. I've never understood it. Like, you're just going back and forth, sending images of yourself. Like, I understand if it's your girl or something and you're mid-conversation, but like, I see fully grown men, 18-year-olds my age, snapping each other. Why? Why do you want to look at a picture of them? My point is about Snapchat. I feel like it's the epitome of people performing to one another. Like, sending a picture of yourself, trying to look purposely good. And look, of course I've done that. Everyone wants to look good. Everyone wants to, be the quote-unquote best version of themselves. But I think that comes from not putting out a fake version of yourself. I remember someone told me, they were like, if you want to be the best version of yourself, you got to wake up in the morning and think about what the best version of yourself would do, and then do that. And I very much agree with that statement. That's like a great way to improve yourself. But at the same time, I kind of feel like nothing should be predetermined. Because if I'm waking up with the mentality like, I want to be this guy and he's going to do this today, I'm never going to be doing what I want to do. I'm never going to be having a good day. I'm going to be having a good day in the mind of this version of me I want to be true. But realistically, I'm always going to be me. Whether I change, whether I don't, I'm always going to be me. And realistically, you need to learn how to satisfy yourself. Whether that's, playing a video game every night, fucking, smoking some weed or something, whatever your thing is. Okay, those were some pretty bad examples. Like, Maybe it's going to work and talking to a specific coworker or something. You know, you got to find your things, not things that would make someone else happy because you're trying to be someone else. Because then you'll never be happy. You'll constantly be in the pursuit of happiness. You need to find contentness. But that's just my opinion. Have a great day, guys. Goodbye.